Okay, so I really need to set the scene for you right now.
Oh boy. I feel like I know where this is going.
No, listen, I literally had my laptop closed, the screen was black, I had my fuzzy socks on, my hair was in a messy bun that actually looked, cute for once.
A rare occurrence, but we love it.
Right. And I was entirely prepared to just log off, completely dissociate, and just vibe for the rest of the evening. But apparently, reality TV stars have formed some sort of, clandestine union where they actively refuse to let anyone rest. Ever.
Yeah, no, it's a coordinated assault on our peace. I am fully convinced they have a shared encrypted Google Calendar.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, and they schedule their most destructive, unhinged meltdowns, specifically for the moments when we're just, trying to achieve a baseline level of serotonin.
They absolutely do. But I mean, babes, welcome back. We love you. We see you. And honestly, every single day we wake up thinking you'll be quiet, and the internet immediately proves us wrong.
Which is why we need provisions. Because if we are going to study the absolute behavioral science experiment that is today's timeline, we need tropical fortification.
Exactly. So, passion fruit margaritas are officially on deck. I have salt on the rim, I have a tiny umbrella that is structurally unsound, and I am so ready to dissect this mess.
I'll raise my glass to that. Here's a toast to surviving another day of digital chaos, right? And to the sheer audacity of the people we are about to discuss.
Cheers. Cheers. Okay, so before we even touch the absolute dumpster fire that is the Vanderpump and Valley cinematic universe today, we need to talk about the group chat emergency alert.
Oh, the most important alert system in modern society.
You know exactly what I mean. It's that specific heart-stopping text that makes you abandon whatever you're doing, ignore your boss, and just hide in the bathroom stall to read it.
Yep, the one that makes your stomach drop.
For me, my ultimate emergency text, the one that makes my blood run cold and hot at the exact same time, is very simple. It's literally just, call me ASAP. You are not going to believe what Jax Taylor did this time.
See, that text is genuinely terrifying. Precisely because the possibilities are literally limitless.
Exactly.
Like the man completely defies the known laws of physics and sociology with his choices. But for me, my emergency alert text is a little more, systemic.
Okay. What is it?
It's usually something like, check TikTok right now. The Bravo GoFundMe discourse is getting violent.
Oh my God, yes.
Because, when the internet starts actively debating the intersection of wealth, reality TV, and medical bills in a comment section, we are in for a sociological bloodbath.
It is so true. And it's wild how fast that conversation spirals in the group chat. It goes from 0 to just all caps screaming in approximately 4 seconds.
We essentially become the FBI, but with much less funding and far more emotional investment.
Yes. Someone sends a screenshot of a Bravo marriage biting the dust, and suddenly we are all amateur forensic analysts. We are zooming in on the reflections in their aviator sunglasses to see who they were sitting across from at dinner.
We are cross-referencing Instagram following lists. We are checking Venmo transactions from 2019 to establish a pattern of behavior. I mean, it is exhausting, but it is our calling.
It really is our calling, which makes me think, if we were actually in charge of the internet for just one day, total dictatorial control.
Oh, the power I would wield.
Right. Just to curb this kind of chaos, I actually have 3 rules I would implement immediately. Are you ready for this legislation?
Lay them on me. Present your manifesto to the Snark Squad.
Okay, rule number 1. Instagram captions can never, under any circumstances, be longer than the actual vacation you took.
Oh, absolutely.
If you went to Cabo for 3 days, you do not get to write a multi-paragraph novella about finding your inner peace in the sand. You were there for 72 hours. Just post the picture of the margarita and go.
I fully support this. The ratio of time spent on vacation to the philosophical weight of the caption has gotten completely out of hand.
Right.
Okay, rule number 2. Reality stars must post full text screenshots. No censoring, no cropping out the timestamp, no scribbling out the names in MS Paint. If you are going to share the tea, pour the entire cup.
I mean, the publisher deserves transparency. We are the taxpayers of the Bravo universe.
Exactly. And rule number 3, and this is a big one for our collective mental health, no replying just the letter K to devastating gossip.
Yeah, yes.
If I send you a carefully formatted paragraph about a 27-year marriage abruptly ending, you owe me at least a gasp emoji or a frantic voice note. You cannot just say pay.
Okay. I wholeheartedly endorse the ban on the standalone letter K. It is honestly an act of digital emotional terrorism.
Thank you.
It just immediately invalidates the sender's excitement. But, okay, if we are writing the Constitution for the new internet, here are my decrees.
I'm listening.
Rule 1. You only get 1 unnecessary reply all email per year. Use it wisely. or your IP address goes straight to digital jail.
Oh, the corporate girls listening right now are going to love that one. It's necessary for survival. Rule 2. Every single online recipe must include scientifically realistic cooking times.
Oh my God, yes.
Like, no more of this caramelize the onions in 5 minutes propaganda.
It never takes 5 minutes.
We all know, based on the laws of thermodynamics, that it takes at least 45 minutes to properly caramelize an onion. Stop lying to the American public just to make your blog post look appealing.
The onion lie is so real, it ruins my dinner timeline every single time. I end up eating at 9 p.m. because of these culinary fabrications.
Exactly. And my final rule, which, directly brings us to some of the heavy sociological themes we're looking at today, wealthy celebrities are strictly and legally banned from utilizing crowdfunding platforms for personal crises.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's unpack this one, because I am going to push back on this.
Okay, challenge the legislation. Let's hear it.
I'm actively challenging it. Because honestly, if you look at it from a purely anthropological standpoint, sometimes a celebrity GoFundMe is the only way we get to see exactly how much money their incredibly rich friends actually donate.
Okay, that is dark.
But it's true. When someone who owns 3 Beverly Hills mansions donates a measly $50 to their makeup artist's medical campaign, the shade of it all, it is public financial voyeurism, and I kind of love it because it exposes the myth of Hollywood generosity.
That is a highly cynical, beautifully dark, and extremely valid point. It essentially acts as a public ledger of who is cheap.
Yep.
Well, we will table that debate for a moment because we are definitely getting into a major, highly emotional crowdfunding controversy later on. But first, we need to do a reality check on our own lives.
Oh, God.
Tell us you're an adult without telling us you're an adult. What is the most tragically grown-up thing you've done this week?
Oh, this is so easy, and I feel absolutely zero shame about it. I literally canceled dinner plans on Friday night.
I love that for you.
A reservation at a very nice, highly reviewed place that I'd booked 3 weeks in advance, because the idea of staying home, putting on a matching beige sweat set, and organizing the graveyard of half-empty bottles under my bathroom sink sounded significantly better.
The pull of the bathroom sink is strong.
I bought acrylic bins. I categorized my serums by viscosity. It was the absolute thrill of my week.
The purchase of acrylic bins is the ultimate undeniable symptom of adulthood. It is just the illusion of control in a chaotic world.
What about you?
Well, for me, my tragic adult moment happened in aisle 4 of the grocery store. I stood there, completely motionless for roughly 20 minutes, doing complex mental math to compare the price per ounce of olive oil.
No, not the price per ounce.
I was literally holding a calculator app open. I was weighing the health benefits of cold-pressed extra virgin versus the economic utility of the regular blend. I felt my youth actively leaving my body.
It just evaporated straight into the fluorescent lights of the supermarket.
Exactly. The price per ounce calculation is the threshold.
You can never go back to just throwing things in the cart. But babes, as much as I love talking about our tragic aging processes, enough about our own daily chaos. Let's get into today's gossip because the internet has once again been working overtime.
We have a massive amount of ground to cover. Because while I was busy agonizing over cold-pressed olives and you were categorizing serums, the cast of The Valley and Vanderpump Rules were busy comparing who could ruin their own lives the fastest.
They really were. And I think we have a clear, undeniable winner. Let's talk about Jax Taylor's Mexico mess.
Let's do it.
I need you to physically brace yourself as we analyze this. Because the photos that dropped, I am frantically unpacking these images in my mind, trying to understand the sheer lack of self-preservation.
It's astounding.
We have Jax Taylor looking incredibly uncomfortably cozy in a public pool in Puerto Vallarta, and not just with a random fan, he is with Lori Krebs.
Right, and for you listening, context is everything here. Lori is not just a casual acquaintance. She is a powerhouse in the reality TV public relations world. And more importantly, she is Brittany Cartwright's publicist.
Well, Miss Brittany's publicist.
Exactly. She's been fired, obviously. But the undercurrent here is that rumors of a Jackson-Lori hookup have been floating around the Bravo sphere for over 2 years.
Over 2 years, and they were always aggressively brushed off by the cast, like, oh, it's just business, they travel together, don't be ridiculous.
But then you look at these leaked photos.
The body language is undeniable. He is physically draped over her in a resort pool in broad daylight. The sheer audacity of it.
What's fascinating here is the location. Doing this in a public pool, in a highly trafficked tourist destination like Puerto Vallarta, which is essentially overrun by the exact demographic that watches Bravo.
Literally everyone there has a high-definition camera in their pocket.
Right. It goes beyond reckless. It's almost pathological. I honestly theorize that Jax lacks the specific genetic sequence responsible for feeling shame. It just doesn't exist in his DNA.
I completely agree. He genuinely behaves like he is invisible, or that the standard rules of consequence just do not apply to him.
And of course, the fallout have been immediate and messy. Which brings us to the threatening texts.
Oh, the texts! Zach Wickham, who is Britney's absolute ride-or-die best friend, went on Britney's podcast and just chose violence.
He really did.
He opened the show by sarcastically thanking Jax and Lori for sending them threatening text messages demanding that they watch what they say on the air.
Let's analyze that strategy. That is a beautifully passive-aggressive, highly calculated intro. Zach is not playing a defensive game. He is immediately taking the offensive by exposing the intimidation tactics.
Not playing at all. And then Britney chimes in and announces she is focusing on her son and protecting her peace. But then she promises she will be speaking the truth very soon.
Whenever she is ready.
Right. But I have to ask, are you actually buying this protecting my peace angle, or is Britney just quietly stockpiling ammunition and gearing up for the reality TV divorce war of the century?
Oh, she is firmly in the war room. When a reality star, especially one who is heavily media trained, says they are protecting their peace, it is universally understood code for, "My lawyer explicitly told me not to speak on the record until the narrative is secure."
Absolutely.
She is letting Zach fire the warning shots as her proxy while she gathers every single receipt, every deleted text, and every credit card statement. It's a brilliant crisis management strategy.
It is. It's like watching a chess grandmaster play against a toddler. And speaking of proxy warfare, enter Lala Kent, swooping into the narrative like a heavily contoured Batman.
Lala deeply loves to activate her protector mode.
She lives for it. Lala gets on her own podcast, and she absolutely eviscerates them. She calls Jax and Lori bottom feeders.
A strong choice of words.
And the best part, she reveals that the exact second the Puerto Vallarta photos dropped, she texted Britney and whisked her away to Las Vegas for 24 hours just to escape the Los Angeles chaos.
That is the kind of chaotic, good, proactive bestie energy we all need.
I need a friend with a private jet who can just extract me from my problems.
Right. But while Lala is executing extraction missions, we have other cast members dropping tactical nukes on Jax from completely different angles, like the Nia Sanchez revelation.
Oh my God, Nia coming in hot with the behind-the-scenes production tea. I was screaming when I read this.
Nia casually reveals that she overheard a speakerphone conversation between Jax and her husband, Danny Bucco. And Jax is actively threatening Danny, saying, "You got a good edit, and I got a bad edit, so I'm coming for you."
I'm coming for you. Who speaks like that in real life?
I constantly compare Jax to a cartoon villain because he explicitly outlines his entire evil master plan over a loudspeaker.
Yeah.
He genuinely views reality TV edits as a zero-sum game. If Danny looks like a loving husband, Jax believes the producers had to steal that good edit from him. It never occurs to him that he gets a bad edit because of the actual words coming out of his own mouth.
The editors don't use CGI to make you scream at people, Jax. They just hit record.
Exactly.
And speaking of screaming at people, the civil war on the Valley is spreading. It's not just Jax anymore. Kristen Doubt is currently taking on the entire world, specifically targeting Jeana Keough.
The Kristen and Janet feud is fascinating. It is entirely based on displaced anger and just a towering wall of delusion.
So layered. Janet is accusing Kristen of throwing her own best friends under the bus just to defend Danny Bucco's drinking habits.
And Kristen claims she didn't throw them under the bus. She simply named the 3 people she drinks the most with who happen to be loud.
A distinction without a difference.
Right. So Janet calls her out, and Kristen predictably chooses the nuclear option.
The nuclear option is an understatement. Kristen retaliates by claiming Janet is obsessed with Britney and wants to wear Britney's skin.
A terrifying visual.
But then she drops the funniest, most unhinged accusation I have ever encountered. She claims that Britney's old breast implants, the physical silicone implants she just had removed, are sitting in a literal trophy case in Janet's guest room.
We need to pause and forensically analyze this. A trophy case for used explanted silicone.
I can't even handle it.
Are there little velvet pillows they rest on? Is there track lighting installed to highlight them? Does Janet give guided museum-style tours of the guest room?
I completely lost my mind. I am picturing Zach Wickham walking in to stay the night, putting his suitcase down, and there's just a glowing glass cabinet with Britney's 2015 implants proudly displayed next to a spelling bee ribbon.
It just proves that Kristen Doubt will say literally anything to win an argument. She relies on the shock value.
And of course, Lala chimes in, calling Kristen a frickin' rat for putting targets on Danny and Naya's backs. Everyone is turning on everyone. Which brings us, inevitably, to Tom Schwartz.
Ah, yes. The man who thrives in the background of dissolved alliances.
Schwartz. So he goes on a podcast and admits that his little platonic peck with Lala Kent was inappropriate and caused major tension with his 27-year-old model girlfriend.
Shocking. When you are a man in your 40s and you kiss your female friend on television, your 27-year-old girlfriend might have some strong thoughts on the matter.
Right, but this is what makes me so deeply emotional and ranty about Schwartz. He still cannot take full accountability for anything. He acts genuinely shocked when the people around him are hurt.
It gets worse. In that same interview, he admits he harbors deep resentment toward Tom Sandoval for turning their lives into a circus, but then insists he wasn't a horrible husband to Katie Maloney.
The amnesia. He has complete amnesia when it comes to how he treated Katie for a decade.
The entire Vanderpump universe right now operates on a massive web of displaced resentment. Schwartz resents Sandoval, but takes it out on Katie. Kristen resents Janet, but throws Brittany under the bus. Jax resents everyone.
It's exhausting, but I literally cannot look away. Oh, and real quick, Jeana Keough somehow managed to make a massive corporate hotel policy about herself.
Of course she did.
She announced she is banned from Lisa Vanderpump's Vegas hotel and implied LVP is a pick-me girl who supports toxic men.
I laughed out loud. Jeana picking a public fight with the matriarch of her entire career over a comped room in Las Vegas. It was profoundly stupid, but undeniably on brand.
Truly. Okay, take a sip of the margarita. Because we have to transition from the chaotic relationships of the Valley to the total collapse of a deeply established marriage in Salt Lake City.
Welcome to the Real Housewives Divorce Curse, Salt Lake City edition.
Yes. So, Angie K from RHOSLC and her hairstylist husband, Sean Trujillo, have officially separated after 27 years of marriage.
A monumental milestone to hit, only to watch it crumble.
It breaks my heart. They share a 15-year-old daughter. But fans noticed neither posted for their 27th anniversary last month.
And in the reality TV world, silence on a major anniversary is a blaring neon siren.
A total statement. And rumors are swirling about an alleged affair with a male stylist. We've heard these whispers before on the show, but it seems like the dam has finally broken.
Well, let's bring up the historical receipts. Last year, fans noticed Sean following pages dedicated to narcissist abuse and female narcissist recovery on Instagram.
And he claimed it was just for a friend, asking for a friend.
Literally the oldest excuse in the book.
And
Angie vehemently defended him against all the gay rumors in season 4. They presented this impenetrable, united front.
I get why she defended him. You want to protect the life you've built. It makes you wonder how much was real and how much was a performance for Bravo.
If we are being analytical, joining a Housewives franchise is basically signing a delayed divorce contract. The statistics are undeniable.
They really are.
You take a marriage with small cracks, throw it into the pressure cooker of filming, add producers who poke at insecurities, and an influx of solo fame for the wife. That exposes every microscopic crack. They couldn't survive the Bravo machine.
That is so dark. It's like throwing your marriage into a wood chipper just to hold a snowflake in the opening credits.
Exactly.
Okay, a rapid-fire rundown of some other side drama. RHOA. Shamea Morton is denying she brought up Portia Williams' mom on the cast trip, claiming Portia did it last year.
The mom feud, a classic foundational Housewives trope. It requires zero intellectual effort but guarantees explosive camera time.
Speaking of explosive, RHONJ. I gasped when I read this. There are rumors that Melania Giudice allegedly punched a victim in the face before an assault arrest.
The Giudice family simply cannot stay out of the legal headlines. It just adds to the overarching narrative of complete instability in that household.
It feels like they are constantly operating at a level 10 crisis. And finally, Summer House. Paige DeSorbo is facing major engagement rumors with Joe D'Amelio after a trip to Italy.
Italy is the official celebrity engagement testing ground. But knowing Paige's reluctance to settle down, I will believe in engagement when I see a verified ring and an ironclad prenup.
Fair point. Okay, here's where it gets really heavy. We have to pivot here, because this specific situation has sparked a massive, super volatile internet debate about wealth, fame, the healthcare system, and crowdfunding.
We are moving out of the realm of gossip and into a debate about the ethics of GoFundMe and the social contract between celebrities and fans.
Yes. So RHOC alum Jeana Keough has just been diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma of the tongue. It sounds absolutely horrific. She ignored it for nearly a year, and it has spread to her lymph nodes.
The treatment protocol is brutal. Her daughter, Para, launched a GoFundMe for $40,000 because Jeana's income is entirely commission-based in real estate. She physically cannot speak or work, so her income has stopped.
It honestly breaks my heart. Kara wrote this beautiful essay about sneaking into her mom's bed and how now she's back there holding her hand. They've raised about $22,000 so far. But the internet reaction, I was genuinely shocked.
The reaction has been highly cynical. Users are commenting things like, do wealthy people spend all their money only on fun things? Why is there no safety net?
I get so intensely defensive reading those. The woman has stage 3 tongue cancer. She is fighting for her actual life. Have an ounce of empathy.
I understand the defensive reaction, but let's analytically weigh the optics here.
Okay, weigh them.
We are looking at someone who has historically, for over a decade, flaunted wealth, luxury cars, and exclusive country club living on television. Now she is crowdfunding from normal fans who are struggling to buy groceries.
I mean, true, but...
The anger isn't directed at Jeana's cancer. It's directed at a systemic feeling of inequality, where the wealthy seem to socialize their losses and privatize their gains. People are asking why her wealthy Orange County friends aren't writing private checks.
Wow, okay, when you frame it as socializing the losses of the rich, I understand the anger, but it's wild how the internet decides who is worthy of crowdfunding. Because we have a completely different GoFundMe scenario this week, and the reaction was the polar opposite.
You're talking about Armando and Hannah from 90 Day Fiancé?
Yes. Armando finally secured a humanitarian visa to see his 13-year-old daughter, Hannah, who was in a Phoenix ICU with a mysterious brain bleed.
It is the ultimate nightmare scenario, compounded by an impenetrable bureaucratic nightmare.
Exactly. He finally got the visa, and the photos of him sobbing outside the hospital are so moving. And Hannah's GoFundMe, it raised over $160,000 in a matter of days. No cynical comments about their TV salaries.
This comparison is a perfect case study in the concept of perceived vulnerability. Why does Armando get overwhelming support while Jeana gets dragged? It comes down to branding and the perfect victim. Armando and Kenny are portrayed as a wholesome everyday couple. They don't flaunt wealth. Hannah is an innocent child. Jeana, on the other hand, carries the baggage of the Real Housewives brand, which is built on excess and economic superiority.
It really is all about the brand you carry. The internet is ruthless. But speaking of reality TV brands and questionable choices, we have to talk about the teen mom grandmas taking a bow this week.
Oh, the historical revisionism happening here is thick.
So thick. Deborah Danielson and April Brockmiller appeared on a podcast to reflect on the legacy of their franchise. The original Teen Mom children are turning 17 and 18 this year.
Which is terrifying chronologically speaking.
I feel ancient. But they are sitting there aggressively patting themselves on the back that none of these kids had teen pregnancies themselves. And Deb explicitly praises them for not having a belligerent antichrist attitude like Fora.
The fact that she is still deploying the Antichrist attitude phrase a full decade later is iconic in the worst way. She has fully merchandised her own family's trauma.
She really has. And Deb has the nerve to claim the show was a resounding success.
This is peak reality TV delusion. Let's break down the logic. Deb calling the franchise a parenting success story simply because the children didn't repeat the mistake at 16 is incredible. It is exactly like the captain of the Titanic claiming the voyage was a win because the lifeboats floated.
I am screaming. The lifeboats floated.
It willfully ignores the fact that the entire ship hit a massive iceberg of trauma, exploitation, and generational dysfunction and sank straight to the bottom.
She is the undisputed Olympic gold medalist in delusion. Okay, we have thoroughly unpacked the heavy stuff. It is time to transition into the segments. Let's start with identifying the main character of the day. Who dominated the headlines?
I think we are entirely unanimous on this one. It has to be Jax Taylor.
It is undeniably Jax Taylor.
Between the pool pictures with Lori, the firing of the publicist, the threatening texts, and the decade-old grudge against Danny Bucco, the man is working overtime.
He is carrying the Bravo cinematic universe on his back with sheer villainy. And doing it for free.
He doesn't even have to be actively filming to be the main character. He is a walking PR crisis, and he fundamentally thrives in that space.
Crown him king of the chaos. Moving on to Chronically Online, we pick 3 viral moments and categorize them as iconic, overrated, or completely unhinged. I'll take iconic.
Present your case.
Lala Kent. Whisking Britney away to Las Vegas with less than 24 hours notice just to physically remove her from the chaos. That is true. Actionable bestie behavior. It's an extraction. Iconic.
I agree with that assessment. I will take the overrated category. It goes entirely to Jeana Keough for making Lisa Vanderpump's Vegas hotel policy about herself. Calling LVP a pick-me-over room comp is tired. It's no longer shocking, it's just expected. Overrated.
She would find a way to make a solar eclipse about herself,
Yeah.
which leaves completely unhinged.
There's only one viable option.
Kristen Dowd accusing Janet of keeping Britney's explanted breast implants in a literal trophy case in her guest room.
It defies logic and physics.
Did she mount the silicone on a wooden plaque? Is there a brass nameplate? It is the most absurd accusation I have ever heard.
It is the extreme specificity that makes it truly unhinged. She built a whole architectural narrative around the lie. Unhinged perfection.
Okay, hot take headquarters. We bring our boldest pop culture opinions and defend them. I'll go first, and it loops back to the GoFundMe debate. Here is my hot take. Reality TV stars who have made over $1 million in their career should be legally banned from making GoFundMes, no matter the tragedy.
Oh, wow. You are not holding back.
I am not. If you have commanded a primary Bravo salary, had access to wealth management tools that your fans will never see, and tragedy strikes, you sell a Birkin bag. You liquidate assets. You do not ask single moms working 2 jobs to fund your medical care.
That resonates with current economic anxiety, but I am going to challenge it on systemic grounds.
Bring it.
Medical bankruptcy in the U.S. does not care about your Bravo status.
Yep.
$1 million earned over a 10-year career. After taxes, agent fees, and the cost of maintaining a reality TV lifestyle evaporates quickly.
Yeah.
It is an illusion of wealth.
Right, but
Stage 3 cancer treatments can easily run into the millions. The American healthcare system can bankrupt anyone. And furthermore, if fans want to voluntarily open their wallets out of parasocial affection, let them. You cannot legislate disposable income.
the American healthcare system really is the ultimate villain here. I still think it's tacky to ask the fans, but you make a grounded point about how fast liquid wealth can be drained. Consider my hot take successfully challenged.
It's an ethical gray area wrapped inside a systemic failure.
Let's move to our final segment, tomorrow's timeline. We need one celebrity headline, one reality TV moment, one viral trend, and one ridiculous prediction.
I'll start with the celebrity headline. I predict Paige DeSorbo officially confirms she's engaged to Joe, but announces it simultaneously with the launch of a new bridal fashion line, monetizing the engagement instantly.
That is brilliant business. She is absolutely securing the bag, my reality TV moment. Angie K shows up to the RHO SLC reunion wearing a revenge dress and drops a bombshell, exposing the exact identity of the alleged male stylist. Andy Cohen's jaw will hit the floor.
I can see the camera zooming in on Andy's face. For the viral trend, I predict a wave of medical paranoia. TikTok is going to be flooded with creators diagnosing themselves with tongue cancer every time they bite their lip, thanks to the Jeana Keough news.
The algorithm thrives on fear. And finally, the completely ridiculous production. Jax Taylor accidentally goes on Instagram Live while screaming at Lori Krebs in a hotel room and accidentally hands Britney's legal team the exact audio evidence she needs for the divorce.
The accidental pocket dial Instagram Live? I honestly don't even think that's ridiculous. I think it's an inevitability at this point.
Right. Oh my God, what a day. What a deeply exhausting week of studying human behavior. The internet is truly a wild place. So to you, our resident member of the Snark squad listening right now, I have 3 questions I need you to debate in your group chats tonight.
Get your analytical minds ready.
Question 1. Which story truly shocked you the most today? Angie and Sean calling it quits after 27 years, or the shameless audacity of the Jackson Lori pool pictures?
Tough call.
Question 2. What is the absolute funniest, most unhinged thing that happened in your personal group chat this week? And question 3. Which new internet rule that we pitched would you immediately vote into law? Are we federally banning the letter K as a response to gossip?
I genuinely want to know the answers to all of these. Thank you for hanging out with us, analyzing the madness and exploring the psychology behind the headlines today.
But before we officially log off, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. Think about the child stars of these networks. What happens in exactly 10 years when the next generation of Bravo kids start writing their own tell-all memoirs? When they start exposing what really happened when the cameras went down? Will the reality TV industrial complex even survive the wrath of its own offspring?
That is a terrifying, brilliant question. The reckoning is coming.
It absolutely is. Thank you, babes, for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with another gossip-loving friend. Stay nosy, stay fabulous, and we'll see you on the Snark side.